Newi is in Newi province of Biafra land. We're broadcasting live from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name, our indomitable leader, our supreme leader, his name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This morning, today is December, the 4th day of December 2020. We gathered again, and before we proceed, this is a freedom fighting radio. That's all we're talking about. Freedom and human rights is here. This Biafra is our thing, and nobody can derail us from what we are doing. Before we proceed, let us all bow our heads and ask our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to please lead us in prayer. Let us pray.
Without whom we cannot function, and unto him we give every honor and every adoration. Wherever you are, I will ask you, if you are in the spirit, to remain so. If you are outside the spirit, we ask you to come into it. Because what we are preaching from here is a gospel of redemption, as directed by Chukwukika himself in heaven. And this very gospel, we must preach it. Therefore, we must pray. We give thanks unto thee, O Elohim, for there is none like thee. There can never be any like thee. You are the beginning and the end. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Our lives are in the palm of your hands. We commit all that we are unto thee. We have come as the ancients did before us, as our ancestors did before we came, to offer praise and adoration unto your holy name and no other. For we do not worship any idol. We do not worship anything born of a human being. We do not worship anything carved out of a tree. We do not bow down before anything molded with the hands of men. It's only thee that we worship. That is why we have come this very evening on this hallowed platform that you yourself created, to offer you unadulterated praise and to hand over to thee all that we can ever become, because Biafra is yours. This very family of IPOB, you molded yourself. You decreed that IPOB must come, and now that we have come, that we may worship thee, O Elohim, please accept our offering of praise and sacrifice unto your holy name, because there is no other like thee. We will continue to adore thee. We will continue to worship thee. And as I said before, and I will reiterate, as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession, we will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, oh Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless IPOB, and you will bless me, and you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. Now and forevermore we pray. Iyke, Iyke, Iyke.
Indigenous. All I know, I hope is weapon for sure. One day we must be free. Elohim, yeah, we told us to go. Biafra is guaranteed. Yeah, people around the world, crying for peace to reign. Father, the mother, what you need to know. Freedom is guaranteed. Let me tell you what you need to know. People must be free. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, oh, hey, 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 oh, oh. Hey, are you born in Mary? Freedom, freedom, oh, freedom, 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 freedom. Are you born in Mary? None kind of freedom, freedom. Are you born in Mary? Would you make for freedom, freedom? Yeah, are you born in Mary? Jaja yibe freedom, freedom. Are you born in Mary? Biafra freedom, freedom. Hey, are you born in Mary? I love the screen, better green. Tell the keys to the enemies. They call me evil and Hebrew. Say the same, you will never give up. We made a creed, now you wanna go. Tell the world that I got it straight. Wayo, 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 wayo. Hey, are you born in Mary? Wayo, wayo. Hey, are you born in Mary?
Unstoppable. We are the children of Biafra. We are undeniable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of
Ama created IPOB himself.
Oh yeah, Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, Corona Ikondo, tell the world what is going on. Just the way you've been doing it, we're happy Everything is going on smoothly. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I have something here very interesting that I need to read out. It's written by Farouk Berogi. That's the name. On November 28th, he said, let's see, it says, those who ignorantly, shamelessly, and condensingly refer to themselves as Nigerians, I feel sorry for you. Common sense you do not have. Nigeria exists today because a British racist named Frederick Lugard said so. He created you, and his drunken girlfriend named you Nigeria. Niger area. That is why sound reasoning or critical thinking none of you have. All of you will keep dancing around and glaring truth that original Buhari rigged into Aso Rock in 2015 is dead and buried in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia until you are all dead at the hands of the Fulani terrorists he created and supported. The level of insecurity in Nigeria is indicative of power vacuum at the heart of government, because the reality is that Buhari is long dead. Remnants of the ruling Janjaweed cabal put together by the late Abba Kairi are squabbling amongst themselves. They lack clear strategy and vision on how to tackle the Fulani terror franchise they created, because they are preoccupied with the quality of the next Buhari hyper-reality face mask. Imagine the 2020 version of your Buhari they unveiled for you, gullibly Nigerian, last week. Is this the Buhari of 2015 to you? No wonder Europeans colonize us with such ease. That is true. This is very interesting article, because when you look at this man that they call Buhari on the picture that I'm looking at here, this one looks fine. No, Buhari, the Buhari's jaw is growing out now. He's looking more like Ibrahim Babangida on this one. Make us stop fooling on ourselves. Nigeria has no president. There's somebody yesterday, I read something that they're inviting him. They are begging him, not inviting him. Because somebody said they're inviting him to come to speak to the house. He can't come. There is no Buhari. Let that man go there and speak to the house. Then somebody will probably grab his face and take off that reality mask. But he won't go. A country that is being ravaged, hundreds and thousands of people are being killed every day, and the president is not talking. And somebody who is educated and thinks he's very intelligent, very smart, knows everything, is there sitting down and still believing that Buhari is alive. You got a problem. You got a big problem, believe me sincerely, because this is not something that anybody, the foolish person, only will believe that Buhari is alive. This morning I want to speak to you guys about my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm dedicating this particular broadcast to him. So when you call me this morning, I want you to talk about our leader. Don't talk about any other thing, just our leader. That's the person, that's the way you feel. Because me, I tell you, I say, now only me waka come, and now only me go waka come out. No matter, nothing shele. I mean, when I say nothing shele, nothing that happen. You cannot force somebody to be what he is not. Some of us, we all knew why we came into this movement. We knew what brought us into it, not campaign. Nobody campaigned for us. And we have to be consistent. When consistency on its own. Rather than being inconsistent, you take the other way. You just walk away. Don't try to spoil something that you built because you think that somebody out there thinks you should do it. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is my hero, will always be my hero, no matter what you do. That is the point. Come out. The gift is for him. He has done it. He is doing it very well, and there is nothing any of us can talk about it. There's nothing we can do about it, whether we like it or not. Nnamdi Kanu is the one that is made to take us to wherever we are going, whether we like it or not.
The marching of our foot, we are going home. They took our brothers and sisters, they put them in jail without trial or court case. They are killing our fathers, our mothers every day. They are killing us in number. They want to stop our freedom, but the Elohim say no, that my people must go. Give us our freedom. Give us a free day in our land. Elohim said we must go home. We love our mother's land, Biafra, oh oh. The land of rising sun, the blessed land of our Biafra. We are going home.
Whether the enemy's blessings or not, we are going home.
By the name of Chukwu,
oh, we are free.
Whether the enemy likes it or not, freedom,
we are going.
Freedom in the name of Chukwu.
By the name of Chukwu, we are free.
No enemy can stop what Chukwu Iyke has got done.
We are going.
We believe in the name of Chukwu Iyke.
Chukwu
no one can battle with Chukwu Iyke. The God of Biafra is powerful. His name is Elohim. We have nothing in common with you. Our culture is different from your own. Know it now. Our dressing is so different. We are different people. Let my people.
They will listen. Those who don't want to listen, that's okay too. They should make way for us, those of us who want to listen, to continue listening. I look at it, I prayed over it, and I thought about this whole thing that is happening. And it reminded me of a song that I sang so many years ago. And I felt the same way that I felt at that time when this song was made. Because I know that there is nothing anybody can do. When I see that vision, when I see that thing, when I feel something, and I feel it very, very hard on me, I know that nobody can mess around with it. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whether you like it, you don't like it, well, I'm sorry. And he's an able leader. He's a man that has not failed any of us. I have never been failed, honestly speaking. He has done it the way I think he's supposed to do, and there's no reason why I should want to change my mind. It's good, like I said, it's good for you not to feel what I feel. You have the right to it. But you know what? Whether you like it or not, waka come alone, waka go alone. Don't take anybody with you. Don't go there and mess him up and mess up what we're already doing. One thing that people fail to realize or fail to understand is that this is a movement. This is not a Democratic Party. This is not a Republican Party. This is revolutionary whatever. Let me not use the word party, because revolution is always carried out by one or two people together. They get together and they start something. If you want to follow, you join. You don't want to join, you don't have to join. That is the point. Don't make it look like without you anything's not going to happen. No. We waka alone come. Now we alone waka come, and now we alone go waka go. Yesterday I was listening to the police. I read something about the police. Let's change the topic a little bit. I'm still going to go back to our leader. This morning, like I said, everything I'm going to center about what we are doing and when you're going to make the call. I am already going to tell you about what I feel about our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's a blessed gift to us from the divine, from the cosmic mind, from the higher minds. They brought him in. There is nothing anybody can do about it. They didn't see me. God didn't. He never chose me. He never chose you. He never chose any of us. He brought us Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you know something very interesting? He started picking us like, you know, like a grain of rice, one by one, without talking to anybody, without trying to campaign to bring you in. That same thing that is leading him, that will always lead him, no matter what anybody will say. It's unfortunate. That's the way it is. Because when you ask your superconscious, well, let me not use words that confuse a lot of people. Ask yourself, that God that is in you, are we taking the right path? Don't give an answer. Just stay quietly. You'll get an answer. The answer will come that you are on the right path and the man leading you, follow him. There is nothing anybody can do. You might hate me for that. You might say I'm being superstitious. Well, I have been all my life. That's why I do not go to, I said it before, I'm not a religious person. I'm more or less a very spiritual person. I try, not with, I wouldn't say very, that's exaggeration. I'm just talking nonsense. I am a spiritual person. I try to delve into something that is not, religion is something that is organized. I don't belong to any of that. I was born a Catholic, don't mistake me. I served in the mass as a little boy, grew up, and I see beyond religion. I know that there is something. It's like two sides of the same of a coin. You know, one side is physical, the other one is spiritual. It's the person on the side that you choose. I chose the latter. So that's where I go. But what I'm trying to say is that when you ask yourself this question, you will discover that everything we are doing, everything that is happening is a process of elimination. That's the way it is. Somebody said something yesterday. In fact, it's a young man that called in yesterday and said something very interesting. He said even in heaven, there was revolution in heaven, honestly. Because when God said, let us create man, the word us, U-S, he didn't say, let me create man. He said, let us. In other words, he had people working with him at this time. It was a plural word. And Satan says, what the heck is this man? This so God, who do you think you are? But he was the one that made Satan. He created Satan. There was no Satan before. If I can take it metaphorically, there was no Satan. He said at the beginning the world was vacuum, right? And God said, let there be light. He didn't say God and Satan said let there be. He said God said, let there be light. So eventually the creation was done by God. But you know something? At the course, when they created, the creation is finished, Satan is asking and questioning the same person that created him. That is what is going on. That's the way it is. It's process. It's a process. It's not a bad thing. You see, revolution against leadership, for me, the way I look at it, that's why I'm saying that when people call, I said, hold your emotion. You'll be able to talk better if you don't let your emotion run over you. Why don't you look at revolution to an authority as a process, as something, a change? You know, the body, according to them, the body emotion likes to remain in motion, right? Any obstacle, anything that stops it, changes the direction. That thing that stopped it is not stopping it to stop it completely. It's stopping it to send it to a better direction. That's the point. The point is that you have to really do something to a moving object for it to change direction. Otherwise, it keeps going straight. Hairwire, you have to direct it where you want it to go. It's like you're driving your car. You're going straight. That's why when you hit something, it looks like your body is going to jump out because your body is already in motion and it wants to remain in motion. So when we look at obstacles, things that we perceive as obstacles, if you have the eye, you will look at it and discover that thing is not an obstacle. That thing is a blessing. It's a blessing that is leading you to the right place you're going. Everybody cannot. Those of you that go to church say the narrow is the way that leads to whatever, right? So everybody cannot go in there. Some people will fall on the wayside. Some people will fall on the wayside. Don't blame anybody for wanting to fall on the wayside, because when you fall on the wayside and you start feeling, you start all the bad things you had, subconsciously you have been enduring this thing, having it inside your mind. When something happens to you, that's when you start vomiting it out. You start saying things that you'll be amazed. People that say these things like this, I always tell them, you know something, when you want to talk, I want you to put on, when you're quarreling with somebody, put on a recorder. When you finish, when you're settled with a quarrel, go back to the recorder and play it back to yourself. You simply find out, you ask yourself, who was that? Who is saying that? Of course, it's a good question. Who is saying that? Is that one of those things that is claiming to be you, that is inside of you? In the church, you said it's legion, right? You have a lot of bad spirits in there. So they are talking. Different ones are talking. When you finish talking, you ask yourself, did I really say this? Of course. Well, I wouldn't say you did, and I would not say you did not. It's something that is claiming to be you. Too many eyes. I am this. I am that. I will never do this. I will never do that. When you are saying all these things, don't forget that all the eyes are not together. Some of them will even tell you, I didn't even know when you said I would never do this anymore, because you keep doing what you're doing. So let us look at everything that happens. Let us see it as something that will lead us to where we are going. This morning I read something about the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Toko Buratai, on Thursday, said terrorism might persist in Nigeria for another 20 years. This is listen to this. These are the people that are supposed to be fighting Boko Haram. They are telling you that you are wasting your time. That 20 years they never even go. They don't even know where to start. You see. So it's something that we should know, that we are not meant to live in Nigeria with them. Our leader has been telling us all these things. He didn't start saying it today. What happens in Biafra is a restoration program is this. If you came into this thing hoping that tomorrow Biafra is going to be here, when you start putting a date on the day Biafra will come, you are not ready. Go about your normal life. But you know something? Especially those of them in the zoo, and even those of us outside. I wouldn't even say those of them in the zoo, because probably they are physically suffering something in the zoo, yes. But those of us here too, are we really happy? Yesterday somebody questioned me. He said, one American friend, he's not really a friend, somebody I just met, he said, where are you originally from? And I was a little bit reluctant. I said, I'm from Biafra. He said, where is Biafra? I said, it's on the eastern part of Nigeria. He said, oh, okay, motherland. I said, yeah, motherland. He said, how is it over there? I said, it's hopeless. Believe me, that's language. He was shocked. He said, what do you mean it's hopeless? Because most of us want to go back to motherland. I said, yeah, don't count Nigeria as part of the place you will go, because it is hopeless there. So, we had a discussion, and he really saw the hopelessness, because with the way I said it, hopeless, it's like he was shocked. He said, what about your kids and everything? I said, well, my kids are here, but I still have families there. My physical children that directly from me are here with me, but over there are family members, there are families, there are cousins and nephews, just my family. They are there. I wouldn't, because for them, family here means your wife and your children. But extended family is not something that is very common here. So I really have to explain that to him. The truth of the matter is that I told him it's hopeless. I used that word hopeless. The word just dropped out of my mouth. And that's exactly how I feel about the zoo. Those of us here, are we very happy to be here? Of course not. Definitely not. Most certainly no. No matter what you do, home is home. But if you have a home where you cannot go to, and you are trying to get there by a way, and somebody is trying to derail what you're doing, no. Now only me waka come. If you don't want to be part of what we are doing, please take a walk. It doesn't matter. You have a right. However, I picked up something from one of our brothers yesterday who spoke. He said something that was very, that I laughed over it, but I did come to think about it. He said, we have the right to waka come, waka go. But Nnamdi Kanu and Uchimafo have no right to waka come and waka go. Because now then they for this, now then come bring us put inside this thing. We don't know what it is. They are not going anywhere. I laughed over it, but the point is that the way he said it, the way he put it, made it funny. But there's truth in what he's saying. Nnamdi Kanu is the person that I heard his voice and I followed him to this thing. Nnamdi Kanu thinks he can walk away tomorrow and tell me there's no more Biafra. Mbao, he can't do that. Mban. Oh, my leader, I respect him, I honor him, I adore him, but you know something? He wouldn't even try that. Because he wouldn't even. There was a day he was making a broadcast. He said, if you don't want Biafra, tell me. And no, I just said to my mind, Onyi Simban, Edaria, we want Biafra, and now you bring us come, now you go give us Biafra. There's nothing we can do about it. Pray. Under you are supposed to be a messenger of Chukwokike, the God of the creator of the universe. So you do it. This is what you are based to do. Don't be distracted, Mazi. Don't even try to. Don't let anybody distract you. Don't let anybody pull you away from this noble cause that you are doing. Wherever you are, we are waiting for you that day you come out and speak to us and refuel us. Because they are not refueling. When you speak, it's like we are buying, we are putting back petrol to continue with the journey. Do not allow yourself to be, to be distracted in any shape or form. Because I know everything is distraction, small distraction. The song that I sang in those days, I said, I've seen the light. Sitting here in the solitude, looking at the sanctuary, I saw the light, and I know I have seen the light. The light is there at the end of the tunnel. It might look dark today, but you know something? We will eventually get there, whether they like it or not. They will try to distract us. Please do not allow yourself to be distracted. That is my message for you today. And there is nothing anybody can do to stop us. I am saying this with all my heart. You are my sunshine. You are my only thing. I'm sitting here in solitude looking at the sanctuary. I've seen the light, and that light will lead us wherever we are going. Do not give up. Do not be distracted. Do not let anybody, anything that they do, try to stop you from what you do. That's my song for you, Mazi.
Out in the wall, can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home. They took our brothers and sisters to put them in jail. Without trial or court case, they are killing our fathers, our mothers every day. They are killing us in love. They want to stop our freedom. But the Elohim say no, that my people must go. Give us our freedom. Give us our freedom. Raise up the people that cheated for their freedom. When you're not doing them any good, give us our freedom. And you say we are asking for too much. The freedom of our people, the life of innocent souls. Over 3 million people you kill because of genocide you're committing every day in our land. Elohim say, must go home. We love our mother's land, Biafra, oh oh. The land of rising sun, the blessed land of Biafra. We are going home.
Whether the enemy is rising or not, we are going home.
By the name of Ipob,
The name of Ipob.
To actually, what they're trying to do is stop the NSAS tribunal or something like that, the investigation they're doing. They're asking the court, the Nigerian police is going to ask the court to please stop people. We don't want them to continue with this investigation because it's going to ruin, it's going to spoil something for us. Yeah, wow. This country, the country called the zoo is really the zoo. Something that is, if they think that they did something and that whatever they did is correct, why are they afraid of inquiry? Why are they worried that inquiry is going to be set up to find out what they did? Because they know that they are criminals. That is the thing. They committed a crime and they do not want the world to know. Now they are going to court to tell the court, please stop them, let them not continue. Why wouldn't they continue? Why? I know in this country they do public hearing on issues like that. Public. They investigate and find out who is guilty and what is what, so that can be able to make changes. This one, the police is now going to court and telling the court to tell a legitimate body that had been created to investigate the police massacre and what happened, the army killing at the toll gate. And now they are telling the court to please stop them from continuing. Is that where you want to be? Our leader have always told us this. He has never lied to us. He told us that the days like this will come, and we are seeing it. Go back to your archives. Go back to your record. Go back there and listen. I want you to call me and tell me one lie that he has told you. I remember him saying that Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook executive guy, was censoring, write-ups and broadcasts from activists. And we said it was a lie. Today, I saw something on Facebook also where Mark Zuckerberg himself vindicated our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu vindicated. Facebook CEO admits censoring activist posts. Recall that the leader of the separatist movement, we are not a separatist movement, we are Biafrans. Let's read what they say here. Recall that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has on many occasions accused the Facebook CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, of censoring the posts and that of many outspoken activists within Nigeria state in a bid to cover state-sponsored terrorism of the Buhari regime. Days ago, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg publicly admitted in the United States congressional hearing to censoring posts of Vietnam's activists at the request of Vietnamese government. In what looks like a shared conspiracy of silence and the negligence when it patterns the plight of Biafran people, Amnesty International has given the Vietnam activists a rail by demanding end to Facebook censorship shame in Vietnam. You see that? So that's exactly what is happening to us. Our leader said it. He's been crying about it, talking about it all the time, all the while. We think he's attacking Zuckerberg. This small, tiny millionaire that this guy just made money and became a fool like everybody else. Why are you censoring people that will speak up? Did you create? It's supposed to be a social media. Allow people to express their views. This is the only way changes can be made. If you support the oppressors, then you are not doing well. People are being oppressed, they have the right to speak up. Facebook for us is like a medium. It's something that came out of nowhere to help us, to help the world hear us. This is not the time of kill and bury. But you are now supporting the killers. Because the government of most of these countries are the problem. You see what is going on in the zoo in Nigeria. The way the Minister of Information will come out openly and lie to the world. Something that is going viral, they will lie about it. And then you support the people, you are against the people trying to, bring these issues out. The killing in Lekki. What did Zuckerberg do about it? They tried. They even gave the government, they put him the right to come in there and deny it. Unfortunately, they cannot because CNN have taken it over. They do their investigation, they made their reports. The more you try to harass them, the more they investigate, the more they bring out more damaging reports. So when our leader says something, people don't look at it like they say, oh, he talks too much. He doesn't talk too much. He's only shouting on these things to get it into your skull. How many years ago did Buhari die? Till today, people are still there that are deceiving themselves, thinking that that man is alive. How can he be alive? Since 2017, nobody has seen Buhari. All you see is a video. Even in a state of emergency, all you see is in a controlled environment. When he sits down there, different faces. You see him is looking different every day. They come, they write something in the media, they bring whatever picture they like, they dump it there, and you think that is your president? Is that how a normal president behaves? You don't speak? You don't talk? I don't want to name names, but let me be honest with you. Somebody called me here, somebody who's involved, one of the people involved in what we're saying, who even said, let me put it this way, that the deputy leader said that he wasn't going to broadcast with our leader because he wasn't going to be part of people that say Buhari is dead. Wow. You don't know how shocking that was for me. Oh, no, he's not dead, he's alive, but he doesn't talk anymore. He's dumb. Maybe he will put the vocal something in his brain, he doesn't speak. Come on, guys. Ogini, Ekwensu Sikwarike, Ekwensu is very, very strong, very powerful. Honestly. People are out there, millions of people are being fooled. Simple, easy, and straightforward thing. Since 2017, that they said that this man is dead. Does he not have a family? Does he not have somebody that can go to court and say, you know what? Why are you castigating my family? Then the man will come to court and say, look at me, oh, I am alive. What's his name? Olusegun Obasanjo. He said, Ade Kampe. Come out and tell us you did Kampe. Hold a press conference. No, you can't, because you are not there. Every single, now that the killing is looking like it's today that it started. No, of course they killed in Abia, they killed in Ipob, they killed in Ipob, they killed everywhere. It's completely a quiet bomb. They kill. Has your president ever come out to speak to you about it? No. Now rice farmers, hundreds of them. Has he come to speak? No. The house say we're inviting him. Inviting who is not coming? There's no president to invite. I stake my life. He's not going there. Let him go. Just speak to you. You people have a representative, right? Okay. Let him come and speak to you guys. Not speaking to you on Zoom. No, on person. After all, you're still holding your meeting with your mask in your face in the House of Assembly. So there's no reason why he cannot come in there. Not Zoom. You don't want Zoom. In a dire situation like we have today, in that zoo, people are being massacred as if it's nothing. Oh, we didn't kill 140, we only killed only 30. As if it's killing even if it's chicken. All we are saying is that we should wake up and stop lying to ourselves. Nnamdi Kanu is leading us well. He has not lied to us. Personally, I have not seen any lie that he has told. If there is one that he has told, please call me and let me know, because I don't know anyone. I'm not part of Asinasi. That is why when you pick up something on Facebook and you want to bring it into here, something that I have not verified, I always kick against it, because in the end of it all, Asinasi, anyone that is very, very authentic, of course, will be allowed. I remember a brother who called to say, oh, they say they arrested our leader. I said, I just shut him off, because you know what? You don't bring such stories. It was just the next day his lawyer, he tweeted it, that there was nothing wrong with him. I mean, that's the kind of thing you can talk about. Not because somebody, one single blogger comes up, he wants to drag a crowd to his place, and then he will say just one thing, and then Radio Biafra will pick it up. Not on this platform. We don't do that. The person, my brother who works, I reminded her, I said, do you know there was a time they said he was dead? Why didn't we say it here? Why should it be you that will go to Facebook and bring something to Radio Biafra when we are here ourselves talking about things like this? If it's official, let them inform me. Let the hierarchy inform me that this is what is happening, not from the street. Because I know the hierarchies themselves will not go to Facebook to pick up stories and start to make without investigating them. Even when I receive stories, I look at who is publishing it. Blogging is not a big deal. You can be a blogger yourself. All you need to do is just write one fantastic thing, and will drag people to you, and you get small money from whoever, if it's YouTube or whatever. You know, at the end of the month, the more subscribers you get, the small money. I don't envy that. I don't say it's a wrong thing to do, but the truth is, don't bring the news here. When we find the news, we know where to look for them. When the news is real, we'll publish, we'll talk about them, believe me. We'll not go there and say anything that is fantastic, because especially, why wouldn't they write about things like that when that is the only thing that can attract you? Igbo Egusi. You know, it's better Igbo Egusi na talk the real story. Because if you bring the real story, then you make sure that you don't exaggerate that. People don't like things like that. They want you to paint it. So like auto, you know, that's the point I'm trying to make. All right. So yesterday also I listened to the army man. His name is Zabar Mari Massacre. They were asking the military boss about what happened, and I need to listen to this very intelligently, because the man is very smart person. Also, the officer, they were talking about Boko Haram. Have they been fighting Boko Haram and nothing has happened since? So what is going on? Let's hear him before we open up the lines.
More than 10 years since we've been dealing with this insurgency. What exactly is going on? Are we missing something somewhere? Are we losing the battle? Is Boko Haram gaining ground again? Please bring us up to speed so people can understand.
Thank you very much for having me on the program this morning. Just like you have said, we have been on this issue, particularly in the Northeast, for about 10 years now. And incidentally, I want to state that I was part of it as far back as 20 years ago. Why am I placing it on that? Because the issue of insecurity with particular reference to these heinous crimes and criminality that has dovetailed and metamorphosed into insurgency and terrorism in the narrowed down to the 3 states of the Northeast now did not just start 10 years ago. Let me now give an example quickly. As at then, I was in the first multinational joint task force as the engineer commander under General Temlong retired. And we operated severally. The epicenter then was between Mungunu and Baga. And it would surprise people to hear that as far back as it were then, the criminals who call themselves Kwanta, robbing people, collecting levies and all, we captured some weapons from them. These are the same kind of weapons we are seeing today, less short of gunships. Is it the general purpose machine gun, the mortar, and then the AK-47 rifles, amongst others? Having said that, I want to say that this thing is a long-rooted issue. And now let me bring it closer home to the 10 years ago or thereabout that we have all come to agree with now, that it started then. That was when they came out, after saying that Western education is bad, it's not good and all, and came out with this ideology that does not conform with what the religions in this country practice, and particularly in that area. And then they started. And when they started, what was the situation? I will now summarize it. Several places, the slaughter, as we will call it, and the murder, the killings were so much high up till 2015. I think at a particular time, even beyond the enclave where we have the issue so much now, particularly Adamawa, Bruno, and then Yobe State, even in Kano, in one sweep, 120 killed in one day in a mosque. In Kaduna, in Niger, amongst others, even as close as the Federal Capital Territory, we had those challenges. And the thing started narrowing down. Then from 2015 up to 2016, the thing now was almost eradicated completely with the various operational strategies that came in, up to domination. Now, after that, we now started having cases here and there. And the major issue we had, as it were, was the issue of giving information, credible information, to help the first package that that was on ground, the armed forces and other security agencies.
But before you go to those other issues, General, just a moment, General. Before you go to those other issues, now you have mentioned the challenges, the main issues that have arisen, the infractions, the offenses, the crimes that have been committed, murder, hello. Gunshots. Can you hear me?
No, not hear you. Just say again.
Okay. Now you have told us, you have given us a backstory of what they do. Have we been able to trace the root causes? What is it that is making these things happen in the first place? And how come we are not able to get ahead of them before we hear of these killings and deaths and all of the other fatalities?
Okay, like I told you earlier on, the major challenge we had then was the issue of getting credible information, of which I tell you that of recent, not too long ago, we have started having some sort of support, some sort of encouragement by providing limited information, which has helped a lot. Now, if you talk about the effort being made, it's a whole lot of stakeholders' effort, which, if you look at the way the governor has been going about it, encouraging people, doing a lot of things to show them that, look, both the military, the armed forces, the security agencies, and the government is involved, is interested in their welfare. And people are getting encouraged, little by little to come out. So every stakeholder, every person concerned and is responsible for security in this area is doing a lot. But like we have identified, it's not easy for some people, particularly those who benefit from the criminality, to easily come out of it. So those are the remnants that you are still seeing reacting. Of course, you discover that I think the last two, up to this one that happened on Saturday, it's like going to corner the people. The first one, they say, we are coming to preach to you. Deceive them. And then this one now, somebody like the commentator, the person that answers some questions now, that they didn't even hear gunshots, just like cornering them and all. So it is, all the stakeholders are working together, and we believe that it will be handled, particularly when the people now believe in the government, believe in everybody, that, look, you are there for our welfare. Now, I can say that to about 80%, this idea of saying Western education is bad is almost gone. It's just that to have support, to provide support for the people that are ready on ground for them to tackle the security, the situation there. Yes. That is what I believe is left.
Okay. Now, you dated back to 20 years ago, 1999 or thereabout.
Yeah.
Now, when this happened about that time, what was the reason? What were you able to find out as the reason why people go into this criminality in the first place?
As it were then, I remember even when it happened then, they called them bandits. And the first commander then, General Temlong retired, said, no, these are not bandits, these are enemies of the land. People using weapons against us, people killing people, slaughtering people, and then it was not defined as it is now, because people sometimes they were nonchalant about it. They were even collecting levies. So the reason then, what is the reason for banditry as it is now? If you now take banditry as a definition, it is the same thing. So that was what they were looked at, bandits and criminals who are not ready to do anything reasonable. That was the reason, and then we were to take them out, and then the whole thing started then, as it were. So there was no, as it were, then it was not defined that it was an ideology. They didn't come up with any ideology, as it were, then it was criminality, and it was handled as criminality.
Now, talking about this case, I mean, a lot of Nigerians are still trying to wrap their heads around how over 40 farmers were slaughtered just like that. And I mean, the person you were referring to, one of the survivors, was saying that, well, they had been in some form of contact with these terrorists. In fact, they will tell them to help them carry loads, and they will do that. So apparently, these terrorists were amongst them way before now. So how is that even possible that we didn't get word of the presence of those terrorists before this attack happened?
Okay, now, you see, I'm happy that you have identified this, because that has been our worry. It's a concern to us. For instance, just like they were among them, like he said, we believe strongly, but you need to be led, you need a guide, you need information. Would they tell us? That's a question that, we have to ask. Yes, sometimes, and most times, no. And that was one of the issues that we have been trying to ensure that we overcome, with civil-military cooperation activities, reaching out to them, even sending people, by proxy to talk to them. Those are the things that, has been one of the bane of the success, final success in this, in the whole of this operation. Now look at another situation. Our patrols will pass through a route in a village. By the time you are going, some people are looking at you. When you are coming back, the next thing is that you enter, you meet an IED planted on the road. And people saw them, they won't tell you. So that is the area that I think we are all working together, like I said, the stakeholders. So you are very right in that. And it's not possible to force information out of people. It's not possible at all. Just like they will say you force the horse to the river but not to drink water. So all we are doing is to ensure that we bring up their confidence in the system, and then encourage them that, look, this thing is not good for you. Now, they did not expect that this will happen. Even those ones that they deceive that they are preaching to them. And that has been one of the things. So, but gradually, we believe from the moves made by all stakeholders that we are going to overcome that. And then finally, it will just become normal criminality that can be handled easily.
So you're saying prior to this time, the villagers had been sort of conniving with the terrorists, even giving them information about Nigerian military's movement. Is that what has been happening prior to this time?
I didn't say that, and I'm not saying that. The villagers won't do that. In every society, we have as it is now, we have a divided, I will call it, in a population. You have criminals here. That one is normal and natural. If you now generalize it and say the whole villagers, that means it's not a true assertion, it's not a true situation on the ground. There are a few people there, people who work for them, just like in the Northwest, let me digress a little. You have informants who tell them, give them movements about, give them information about the movements of security agencies. The moment you pass
like
and go,
in Biafra, we have saboteurs.
So that is the same thing everywhere. That you have criminals, informants. They have their own informants. And those are the people I'm talking about, not the whole village.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's the same thing I said. I said the villagers, and you just laid informants to that. But pretty much this is in a bid to solve this whole challenge. And I mean, this has lingered for long. You say 10 years, 20 years, and still we have this. But I'd like to know, with the current state of things as it stands right now, would it have been possible maybe, because these farmers were going, they were going to earn a living, and they were torn betwixt either staying at home and getting hungry or going to the farms to earn a living. Could it have been possible to maybe provide them with some form of air support? I'm just thinking, because there are a lot of questions out there. So let's try to take them one by one, just so that we avoid this happening again. Could it have been possible to probably provide them air support or ground support such that they are protected?
Yes, I will say that that is one of the things we are doing in the Northwest now. We call it the Farm Patrol. and then market patrol. In the Northwest now, that is the strategy, or the strategy that is being done, and it's succeeding a lot. As it were, I know that in the Northeast also, we used to have that, but it was not captioned the way I said it. And now, when we do our threat analysis, you will now look at what you should apply to handle the situation there. We have now seen that from this incident, they will need it. But again, we have seen in situations whereby when you want to provide a particular aspect of security service, you need the cooperation of the people. And we believe that with this one now, there is going to be a whole lot of package. Just like the governor has said, you need the garrison troops, the people that will be there, maybe not military, and then there's something developing now that is very interesting, and I believe that by the time it cuts across all, we are talking about constabulary police now. Recently, the Borno State government, 400 of them, the civilian JTF. So those kind of a bridge between the security agencies and then the populace will also help a great lot, that can give information quickly, and they will now go for farm patrol and all.
All right, let us stop it there, because if I keep the clip is quite long, but it's very interesting, because the truth is they have lost completely. Nigeria has no army. All they have are murderous people that are killing people that they are not supposed to kill. They're more interested in coming to the south to kill armless civilians, the Christians and the Jews, like they're going to Obigbo. Now talk about Obigbo, something that the Sahara Reporters wrote right here that is very interesting, and I need to read it out to you completely. It says, if all the outlandish concoctions and outright lies against IPOB used to justify Obigbo massacre were true, why is Army headquarters obstructing independent investigations? That's what I was saying with the police. They go to court, they tell the court to stop this independent investigation because of what? People are being murdered, people's lives are being struck out of them, families are dying, and they are trying to stop the investigation. If they were telling the truth, why do they want to stop investigation? In other words, investigation could have helped their cause if they are telling the truth, but they are not. They are not. It says Governor Iyke demonized Obigbo people just to kill them. Sadly, the killings are still going on. No actions from International Criminal Court, United States Ambassador to Nigeria, UK High Commissioner to Nigeria, EU Mission to Nigeria, etc. It is now clear the international community no longer care about victims of state-orchestrated mass murder like what obtained at Obigbo. Appealing to the moral sense of responsibility of conscience, civilized nations no longer work. Perhaps they want survivors of this brutal massacre of all Nigerians to go into armed resistance. Meanwhile, the much respected Fulani terror franchise like Boko Haram, ISWAP, and Fulani bandits are busy chopping off the hands of rice farmers in Borno. The cowardly bunch of murderers in uniform called Nigeria Army only have power over unarmed civilians or citizens. Countries like the United States of America, especially those apologists for impunity in Nigeria at the United States Department, United Kingdom, Czech Republic, Turkey, European Union, that supply arms to Nigeria, are equally culpable in the murder of innocent people at Obigbo and at Iyke. Sahara Reporters. That's telling the story the way it is. We all have to sit up. This has happened. This is Fulanization that we spoke about early on this movement. In fact, that was one of the things that dragged me into becoming a member of IPOB, because I saw the truth in what everybody was saying. Not just what Nnamdi Kanu was saying at that time, but there was this Yoruba man, it's a pastor, that spoke about it, what Boko Haram was about to do. And the whole thing is playing out today. People are just looking around as if they don't know about this. They are wondering, why should it be now? What do you mean, why should it be now? You were warned, but you didn't want to pay attention. You did not want to listen.
You have an iPad here, and you have access to the internet right here. I will just invite you, please go online straight away and go to wikipedia.org, Wikipedia, and type into the search engine Abuja Declaration 1989, and this information will come up. Islam in Africa held a conference in Abuja in 1989. At the end of it, they issued a declaration, and it goes to eradicate in all its forms and ramifications all non-Muslim religions in member nations. Such religions shall include Christianity. Now please note that word. To eradicate in all its forms and ramifications. Now Nigeria is a member nation. All non-Muslim religions, such religions shall include Christianity. The word Christianity in the communique was underlined.
That's it. That is what is playing out today. That's exactly what is going on. That is the operation they started 1989. They developed, they see how many years it took. And it is still going. And you are there telling me Boko Haram would do this. Who is Boko Haram? The same people that, the Fulani people that ginger weed, they are in the army. They are the ones that are killing. They will inform, all this killing is like it's orchestrated. The army, like T.Y. Danjuma said, he said they collude, the army collude. Of course, people like him, they are real generals, they don't talk anyhow. No, the Nigerians will not listen to that. Nobody wants to hear that. All they want to sit down is castigate us, call us all kinds of names. IPOB is this, IPOB. I saw somebody publish something very stupid, that Iyke's father's church that was bombed or something was done by IPOB. Of course, everything will be IPOB. Keep calling us. But you know something? We will eventually get there. Everything is a process. It will never going to last for very long. Very, very soon, we will all smile. There's no doubt about it. I have no doubt in my mind that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is leading us in the right direction. Absolutely not. My confidence has even built up more because these few days I went into retrospection and I really said yes. The light is there at the end of the tunnel, and that light is not very far from us. We are getting there regardless of what anybody says. Whether you like it, you don't like it, that's your problem. There's a song that I used to love. Is that when you are tired, you step aside and let those who have the strength continue. Don't try to go out there and paint. Don't forget that everything anybody have ever said in this program, in this restoration, is on record. Maybe once in a while I'll go back and start digging up the archives because I'm really recording everything that most people say. So when you say certain things, I'm going to go back and play back what you did yesterday to remind you, make you remember that you cannot be inconsistent. You cannot be saying one thing today and saying another thing tomorrow. If you are not akuna and you would start behaving like one, people will call you akuna. When you start jumping from fry pan to fire, and the trust that we vested on you in the past as a friend, maybe you are my friend and you've been telling me the truth, you never lied to me, then all of a sudden you start twisting. You start saying, changing the things that you have said. Then you don't have to be trusted. And that is not very good for anybody. You have to have people that will trust you and depend on you. When you start becoming a sense that when you sense where it's your bawa or say or not, you know, There's something happening. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Like I said this morning, we're going to talk about our leader. Talk about our freedom. That's what is paramount. Whatever anybody is doing, is a distraction, and we don't want to dwell on it. Call us here. The line is open for you. 845-640-920-4541. 646-920-4541. 852. Well, my light here is not shining, so I'm not even seeing what I'm reading. All right, call us. You know the number. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. The number is 570-352-8442 plus 19294069953. I have my first caller on this line. Let's take this one. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi. Iyke Peters.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. This is Mazi Fanny. I'm calling from Paris, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, I'm just switching on. I never follow up the topic. But however, I just want to still remember our people that it's not over until it's over. We must remain resolute. Remaining resoluteness is about being consistent. You see, one thing about the Fulani people in Nigeria, if we can remember how many times and how hard.
My brother, let me interject. Let me interject before you continue, because it looks like you said, you were not listening from the beginning. We are talking about Nnamdi Kanu today. That's what I'm saying. I'm devoting this program to. The program is for our leader. We want to talk about our leader. We'll talk about what we think about him. Let's not deviate from that. You might add other things, but that's the major topic. I'm just reminding you because it looks like you're not
okay. Okay, yeah, because I'm just on my radio now. I couldn't follow up from the beginning. Okay, Mazi, thank you very much. So, what I mean by that, where am I going? I'm going about being consistent on what we are doing and knowing exactly the reason why we are on this very platform and the reason why we are with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because you cannot tell me that when you just when you are doing something and something happen and you will be discouraged, or you will say because of this person has been discouraged, for that reason, me too. Did you come together in this struggle with that person? The answer is no. And remember that whatever we are doing here, we are doing it for those our people they killed from not even the one of 1945. We are doing it because of our mother, the people they slaughtered, over 6 or 7 million people they slaughtered. And from 1970 to today, how many of our people they are still slaughtering? And you see that these people has been working small, choosing a particular person. When you watch people who are looting Nigeria, who are looting that zoo, you will find out that they are choosing them meticulously for a purpose. And what are those purposes? To overcome us, to conquer Biafra land. And you see today, Biafrans, you see the IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see us resisting them. You see us fighting, talking, dying. And here some of our people are. Some are even praying for our downfall. Some even castigating us. Some even, making everything to make sure they pull IPOB down. And you ask them, why are you doing this? Why are you doing all these things? Have you seen any Fulani man coming out to castigate any of their leader? And all of us are seeing that they are killing everybody, but none of them can come out and castigate them. Is it only Biafran people that always prove that they are more truthful than another person? Is it only us? Can't you reason and know that, Mazi, if you go to United Kingdom, those people are very, very intelligent. Very, very, all of them are educated. But you ask yourself, how did they come about someone, even Queen, even having Prime Minister? And why all of them claim that they are more brilliant, more learned? You have to, know how to line with one another. You can disagree and agree. That is what makes you a people. A people. Mazi, no set of a tribe or even people, set of people in this planet Earth that undergo what Biafran people have gone through that still exists. Watch everywhere. Go to Turkey. Go to many countries in this world. A lot of country has been wiped out, but only us are still resisting. And here are our people all over the world, some of them fighting against the only hope they have. If you give them the leadership, can they do anything? Mazi, I am telling you that you see this so-called deputy that go out now. I don't want to go that side, but I can tell you that a time may come, they may arrange for him to go to zoo. They may concoct something for him to go to zoo to prove to us, because now is time to prove to us that is this, is that. But we are waiting. He don't know what he has entered into. He don't know. The people who has pushed him or who are playing this game for him, time will come, he will look at his back, he will find nobody. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you so much for your call. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls here at 646-920-4541, 570-352-8442, plus 19294069953. I have a call coming in on Signal. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on Signal. Oh, sorry, your line just went off. I was picking up the call. Okay, now it comes back again. Let me see. Caller on Signal, are you there? Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Mazi, good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. My name is Pastor Jack. I'm calling from Lagos. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all around the world. May God bless all of us. My brother that just called now, I just want to plead or suggest, anytime we want to come to speak on any platform, if you know you are not just listening, can allow up to 2 or 3 or 4 callers so that you understand what the direction the presenter is going before you come in, because that will enable or help you to know the area of discussion, so that because when you don't actually have something in mind to discuss, it make you begin to ramble or run around on that program. At the end of the day, you keep on wasting all the time. Now, having said that, secondly, I want to sincerely appreciate our brother, Clever that just dropped a new song, and he recognized the effort of our leader, Martin Nandekam, and the RCIGC Kenoro. These are some of the things we expect from some of our people. In his own music life, he has recognized that our leader is doing enormous work. He might not be there on the street. He might not be doing 1 or 2 things. But in his own area of calling, he have just recognized Nandekano GCK.
Yes, I got that song. Somebody sent it to me. I'm going to air it later on this program. It's very interesting. I've listened to it already, so go ahead, my brother.
Unlike what you see from these stupid criminal politicians, instead of them to be on our behalf, we are not calling you to come and be on the streets or come and do many things. What are we asking? Just speak up. Sorosoke, speak up and say it's not going to be. Just like in the north, Fulani people, you heard the other man say, even though Fulani person is eating somebody's leg, he will not say anything. He will support his brother.
Exactly.
And you are here, full of people dominating the whole ethnic groups in this contraction. All of you went into hiding. Nobody is doing anything. Fulani people dominate everywhere. All in the service, all the service chief, they have, in fact, they are supposed to be laid off or retired by now. But the dead impostor still keep these people. Nobody is saying anything. National Assembly is saying they are begging him to come and address them. Instead of summoning him, because he has breached the constitution, they start the process of the impeachment of the impostor. But they are saying, hey, let's see how he can just come and talk to us. Maybe when he come, we will not talk in the open. We will do executive sit-out talk, rubbish, and discuss with him. You see, this is it can only happen here. And the rest of the people are not speaking up. They are jumping up and down from one party to the other. Their people are dying. They don't care. All they care is to loot money. All they care is to see. All they care is political position. All they care is where they want to put their children to go and continue the looting. ASU has been on strike for one full session. No job, no employment. Nothing is working. Those that are even struggling to go to school after schooling in this contraction, tell me where you're going to work. Tell me the company you're going to work. You see, first class is in the village planting cassava and corn. So tell me now why you're struggling. The money you use to go and kill yourself struggling for a job at university, better go and use it and start a petty trade. I'm just telling you for goodness sake. If not, after spending, some of you go and do some dirty things in order for you to get money to put yourself through school. At the end, you'll be calculating how much you have spent, the years you spent. But your brother that went to Dubai for 7-9 years is being settled. At the end of it all, he can abandon the Kiga service. Now I'm going to kill him to game. Onyaho, Edwole, Yere, Jindu Yameri, he can abandon us. Irreasonable. Time has come and gone where we look foolishly. Things are going wrong. Things are going wide. All the politicians are partnering with the enemies killing us. Of course, you read the letter released by the letter leaked from Mieti Allah, where they how they control Ohanese Ndibu. Did you not see the letter where they recommend who become what? Yes. In fact, what the letter that just leaked confirmed to us that Nnamdi Kanu just say why they put the administrator in Imo State through Abba Kyari, because they are going to nominate the new Ohanese and they decide what they do. That is why somebody like Jordan Nayawode said it's better you kill him than to touch any Fulani that is killing our people. Are you not understanding? Are you not reading the handwriting on the wall? In your own field, in your endeavor, talk about Biafra in your own way. You must support it, because you know one thing, we have started, we are not going back. Yes. It's better everybody is being wiped out than we don't return Biafra. So if you like, it can run out, it can run in. I need it, we must get it. Or one of us, Agawacha, we cannot continue in this suffering. God has blessed us. We have all it takes to be one of the best countries in the whole world. But certain persons has caged our destiny and find they're not going to be alive and see us survive. So will you fold your arms and watch them kill you? No. You have to fight. The kingdom of God suffering violence. Yes. Only the violence take it. Thank you, Master.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Like my brother rightly said at the beginning, if you're not conversant with what is going on, listen to the radio first. Then you can be able to be in a position to say something. If you just jump in, maybe you're lucky, you just hit and other people were calling and somebody picked you up. Now you start rambling. But when you are prepared, when we are very well prepared, you're versed, you know what is going on, then you know what to talk. All right, caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, Peters. Good afternoon from here, Ghana.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. It's Chinemeremu calling from Ghana. I just want to contribute on what you said in this your program this afternoon about what one of those people among Uchemofo told you, and it reminded me one of the two posts concerning I mean what the one of them told you that the reason which four messed up is because he don't want to be part of those that are saying that Buhari is dead. So and it remind me one post, I mean 2 posts which four made. When he said one of the posts he said that our leader should mind everything, mind about Biafra, and forget about it, talking about talking to anything concerning Aso Rock. So, and when the day I saw this post, I was shocked. And another one, the video he made after our leader made a broadcast concerning all those evil pastors and priests in the so-called zoo, which also came out and countered that broadcast and made evil posts against it. So it's all about telling us that we are going home, and everybody should know that good things are very, very difficult to get.
Yes.
But when you get it, you will rejoice.
Yes.
Biafra is, the whole world knows that Biafra is a great nation. And anytime Biafra is pronounced an independent country, the whole world will shake. And Africa in particular will be liberated completely.
Yes.
So I just want to put much on that thing. One of those part of which Emofo told you, and the post which Emofo made against our leaders' broadcast concerning Aso Rock, I just flashed my mind back there. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our dear brother Mazi Peters. And may Elohim continue providing you people, giving you people strength to serve for us. Thank you so much, sir. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. All right, thank you very much. Yes, we just spoke about this letter that is leaked from Maiti Allah Kalital Hall. That is their name. They're writing a letter to advise that the next. In fact, they address it to the President General Ohaneze Ndigbo, Chief Nnianwodo, Gulf Estate, Enugu. He says nomination of nomination of Ambassador George Obiazo as your successor. Now they're advising him to put in Obiazo as their successor, and let me not. This is not very clear, so I couldn't read it. I cannot read it very well. It's so tiny. But later, maybe on the program tomorrow, I'll be able to go through it. In a nutshell, to summarize it, they are telling us that they're advising Nwodo to recommend Obiaso as his next, because the next President General is going to come from Imo State. So they want Obiaso. That is why they put in. These people are they are planning, and it's working out for them, and we are here killing ourselves and trying to deceive ourselves and lie to ourselves and be stupid about this whole thing. Biafra is what we want, regardless of anybody who's tired. Please should step aside. Should step aside, because we waka alone come and we will waka alone go. Nobody will force us into what we are not ready for. We waka alone come and we go waka alone do it and go. That's the point I'm trying to make. All right, somebody spoke about our brother. He just made a new song and want to listen to Chinedu. That's are you guys dancing? I'm dancing here. I'm so excited. It's Chinedu. That's wonderful flavor. Like I'm gonna talk again because but I'm so pleased I'm so excited about this. Honestly, I'm going to try to talk to a few people to see if I can get an original copy of this song. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Put in my album. Not uplifted one, no, something very original, and I'm sure I'll get it. Honestly, there's no doubt about it. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu, Jisik and all. That's all we need. That's why I'm talking about. I didn't even know about this song. Somebody sent it in before I even picked up. Not because of this that I said what I'm saying. Kwadolo no nwanna anyi nwoke, because we waka alone come. Onye se ni Iyke agwụ na ya ọsọ n'ụzọ. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. We're all Biafrans. If you are walking and you think you're tired, nyefe. And radio. Yes, I support radio stations all over the place. But you know something? Organic the radio, that's my concern. Anybody can open up anything. It doesn't matter. Had to be 200, yes. If I have the chance to listen to it, I'll listen to it. But if you try to stop what we are doing in the same radio, well, I'm going to go to my own radio too and try to stop what you are doing. But if who cares? In Sobadro, we're just saying the same thing. We are going to the same location. It doesn't matter me boss man trade job. That's what it is. So it shouldn't be a problem for anybody. That's why I've said when you call in, don't try to criticize anybody. See the positivity in anything anybody is doing, because in the end, it will take you to your destination. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Unfortunately, you are not connecting. All right, let me take another one. Call us back when you're ready. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon from here.
Yes. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, my big brother. Mazi, my name is Menno, so I'm calling from London here.
What happened to you? We've not heard from you for a while. Are you okay?
Mazi, I'm okay, my brother. Like as I said, I changed some work, and the work is very, very dangerous, you know.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a very dangerous work. I don't want to injure anybody. It's a little bit I want to get, and then I call.
Okay.
You know?
Go ahead, sir.
Mazi, I'll be honest with you.
Yes.
And I'll be honest with the Biafrans. You see, Mazi Nnamdi that we are looking now. Mazi Nnamdi will never disappoint us. Mazi Nnamdi will never fail. I've told people, Mazi Nnamdi that you are watching. The zoo understand more than us. The zoo understand more than us. Let me address our leader. Mazi, if you are listening, they locked you up because of my freedom and the freedom of our born children and the freedom of our own people. They put you in the jail. They almost kill you in the jail. They tear gas you. They put all manner of acid for you to inhale and die. You did not die. They poison your food. You did not die. Mazi, I knew that Iyke had disappointed. Or if at all you did not say this struggle in the zoo done job, you did not say you are entitled to be a rich man, a millionaire. You turn it down. Why me? Because should I disappoint our leader? Our leader was kidnapped by Iyke. They beat him, they piss on him, they naked him, they do all manner of anything to him. Did he stop him from talking about Biafra? No, he did not stop him. You see, do you know one thing is that our people don't even know who Mazi Nnamdi is. I know him very well. Mazi Nnamdi will turn everything. You see, all these things is happening now. He will turn it around. He will turn everything around. He has already told us that he will never disappoint us. That the people around him, they're making it follow out. What is happening now? That is why I'm not worried.
Yes. I
am not worried because if he allow Mazi Nnamdi the zoo himself will know who is Mazi Nnamdi more than us. You do know. Go and listen back to that interview with our leader and Dele Muhammad. Dele Muhammad himself acknowledged that he himself has been educated. How much more this Umo Koko? Mazi Nnamdi for sure. I know. You see, only the man who knows the suffering of Ndigo. He knows the suffering of us. And I want to use this opportunity to tell our people, both you that believe in Biafra, both you that do not believe in Biafra, I want to ask you one question, and I want to tell our people, the hardcore, anybody that comes to you and said our people are dying, what are they doing? Refine that person too. What happened to those our people in Apo that those traders in Apo they killed? Did Mazi Nnamdi has he asked them? No. Refine to them. The Kaduna killing, which my dad run from Kaduna, they massacre our people. Has Mazi Nnamdi come out then? No. I refine to them the Kanu killing, the Zamfara killing, the Bauchi killing, the Meduguri killing in Igbo. Since since Mwebu, reply to them those things and ask them, all those killings since then, did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has he come out then? No. He come out now to tell the whole world about all these killings, about our people. So anybody that comes to tell you our people are dying, what do you do about us? Refer him to all these killings, the gender we have been killing our people. Just refer the idiot to there. Mazi, thank you very much. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Odogu call.
Yes.
Yes, if you are envy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because God been climb the nearest tower and fall down from there and war. Mazi, thank you for giving this opportunity.
There, well, thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. Have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Let's take WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Good morning.
Yeah, Mazi.
Yes.
Good evening from here. And my name is Ezekwem Uchechi. I'm from Okigwe province, Biafra land, or residing from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Mazi, I thank you for the job. And it's not easy because we know that you guys are already in the winter. And it's not easy to wake up so early in the morning because I discovered you came up on air on time so early.
Yes. Okay.
Even the weather has changed. Yeah, it's not easy. Carry this cold and we're able to come on air. I also thank our brother, finally, our brother who just spoke before me right now,
Yes.
Mazi Gochuku from London, because it's been a while. I've been watching some comment from all platforms, and I have not been hearing his voice for a couple of weeks now or months.
Yes.
And he have made it clear. And at the time, there was a time I was even asking my friend or thinking whether our brother Ugochukwu have joined only man if name na ladies in London. I never call na London now. I never call it so go to Abia say na our brother Ugochukwu mo join the go fa. Ndị na-achọ ka enwe nukwarere radio ma ọkwa na radio nke human right ma ọhụ nke no enwere human right. But I thank you, Gochku. Biafrans are listening, and I'm happy. I personally, Mazi Uchechi from Malaysia, I'm happy to hear your voice once again on Radio Biafra. You remain a hardcore. You are still with us. Mazi, actually, the second thing I want to point out is the clip you just played right now about our brother, our popular, top musician in Biafra land. Flavor. That clip is short. It's about 3 minutes or so clip. This is exactly what we expect other Biafrans who have the voice. I could remember when I was still in school, secondary school then, during the time of all this apartheid of a thing. And I believe as most of the songs that was raised from Biafra land, I discovered that those that really helped South Africans to, to sing some song mainly comes from Biafra, all this kind of a thing. And our brother Flavor just released this is a new album, if I'm not mistaken, and try to acknowledge Mazi. If you can remember during the NSAS, hello, Mazi, am I coming out clear?
Yes, you are. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So during the NSAS protests, there was a time at Enugu when they were marching to Enugu, and the next day, I think one of the information minister for this Commission of Information under Ufan Ugwanya, something like that. There was a post they tried to, they tried to cajole our musicians. They should know when they were saying they should go to their own state to make, to protest. They shouldn't come to Enugu state anymore. Even to the extent the woman or the government was trying to threaten Fino, I think it's a Fino or this a Flavor, that they should not come put their soil until I finish as a governor of Enugu State. Yeah, I read it. It was online. The statement, everybody saw it online during the saga of Enstars early last month. The governor of Enugu State tried to, threaten some of the people, the celebrities that participated on that NSAS protest down there in Enugu. And then when this commissioner they posted a picture of a Flavor and the Summer and the rest of them, and tried to cajole them, and our leader came on air. I was shouting that thing, guys, you people should break that billboard down. They should not come and destroy our own. Can you imagine the kind of the talent we have? Those that are making us, that are entertaining us in Biafran history at the moment. These are the people that these politicians wanted to cajole. That is not gonna, under his word, he's not gonna let it happen. And today, what is happening? Mazi, everybody in Old Eastern region, everybody listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So on that note, I'm just encouraging every other singers from Biafra land. They should not hire. After all, where are they today? After they participated in their NSAS, their name within the next couple of weeks, their name was published. The federal government started looking for them, freezing their account. Trying to blackmail them, make them not to speak out. They should use their talent right now and to promote this struggle, because it's for everybody. It's going to affect everybody. This struggle is for all of us. It's not meant only for Igbo people. It's not meant only for those that are following Nnamdi Kanu. It's not meant only for IPOP member. It's for everybody. So far you come from the sea, so far so Mazi, thank you very much, and I thank our brother who is listening, Flavor. Keep on, Biafrans appreciate you, and we need more to that. And Skoka Biama continue to be with our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, thank you, and God bless you, sir.
God bless you. All right, this is Radio Biafra. I have a call coming in on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on straight line, are you there?
Good morning, Mazi.
Oh, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi, how are you doing?
I'm fine. You?
Okay, I'm doing well. Mazi, this is Reverend Sister Obioma Chukwu from Brazil, as usual.
Welcome to the program.
So, yeah, I just want to add my voice to this topic this morning. So interesting, because
yes.
Because we are used to writing a long funeral oration. So I think it's an interesting topic for us to talk about our leader today. I quite appreciate you for bringing out this topic today. And first of all, I want to tell dear friends, we should be very, very grateful to God that Uche Mefo and his colleagues left the struggle. We should not lament anymore about them, because actually God has, removed a very big obstacle to this journey. I think it's a moment that we should reflect and then thank God for what he has done, because we may not know what these guys has been preventing us, what they have been doing behind. And in one way or the other, because we have been praying, in one way or the other, God has, removed those people from our midst, because who knows what they are planning to do in the future, and who knows how dangerous those plans might be. So I think we need to thank God for this. I'm not worried about, whatever. They can open 10,000 radios every day.
Yes.
Does not make sense to me, okay? Doesn't make any sense to me at all. Because if they are talking about getting Biafra, that's cool, that's fine. But what we will not take is for them to come and destroy our own. No, we will not have that. But they want to do their own thing, that's cool. But we need to thank God for them living. I mean, nobody should even complain about it. It's a miracle. Yes. You may not see it physically, but it's a miracle, because all things work unto good for they that believe and trust in the Lord. Yes. If you look at it spiritually, you will know that God has done a great thing in our life as Biafrans. Let him before and his colleagues go. So now I want to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The first day I heard this voice, somebody sent me a clip of one of his broadcasts, and I listened to it. I don't even know what IPOB is all about. I don't even know what Biafra is all about. But when I heard him talking, I was, I was glued to my chair that I couldn't even stand up to go and do anything. I just want to know, who is this person? So that voice captivated me. That voice hijacked me. That voice, when I heard it, I couldn't move again. I said, no, I must try to find out whom this person is. And when I began to follow him, I saw it that this man has the signal. Yes. He has the signal to, bring light anywhere there is darkness. So he is the one holding the signal. He has the message of freedom, like Jesus has the message of eternal life. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has the message of freedom. Yes. And all signal, the signal he has is the only thing that can give light and network to every part of Africa that is suffering today. So that man, you don't see him anyhow. Yes. The first one that came was Jesus 2,000 years ago when the world was suffering. Now another one has come. We heard about Jesus on the on our Bible and all those stuff. But this one, we are seeing him. We can talk with him. We can feel him. We can, communicate with him. This is a Messiah that has come, but people may not know it. I don't expect everybody to agree with me, but I know it. I am very much convinced of this man that he will not disappoint Biafrans. Yes. I am even afraid that we are going to be the one to disappoint him. I'm even afraid of that. But as for this man, he will not disappoint anybody. So if you know him very well, you have to. A man who went to the prison, women urinated on him. I mean, they dragged him on the. I was crying when I heard that clip. They beat him, dragged him on the floor. They stripped him of his clothes. I mean, they did all sorts of things to him. I couldn't hold my emotion when I heard that. I said, and people are still ignorant. It's a matter of jealousy that is just ravaging everybody. There is nothing else. So I want to say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are a great leader. Obido Bieno was saying that they paid Ucheme for £4,000, and how much more would our director be receiving? I said, even if we give him all we have, it's still not enough for us. That's to appreciate him. Absolutely. It will never be enough. Nothing that we give to him will be enough for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So we love him immensely. We will give him anything that we can lay our hands on. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, keep on doing the good work. We are strongly, solidly behind you. Whatever we can do to assist you in getting Biafra, we are going to do that. Remain blessed, and may your reign continue to reign. May your strength continue to be more enforced every day, and may you never go down. May you always be the head. Amen. And never the tail. Amen. And God will continue to sanctify your way, purify your heart until Biafra is restored. Amen. God bless you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God bless you. May you live long. Amen. Thank you, Mazi.
Amen. Thank you so much, my sister. Anytime you call in, I keep saying it, anytime you call in, you make my day. It's so beautiful to hear from you again. This is Radio Biafra. I need to take a very short. We'll talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, and I'm going to take a break.
We are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not. Freedom. We are going. Freedom in the name of Chukwu. By the name of Chukwu, we are free. No enemy can stop what Chukwu Iyke has ordained. We are going. We believe in the name of Chukwu. By the name of Chukwu, Chukwu Kasiyaniye. No one can battle with Chukwu Iyke. God of Biafra is powerful. His name is Elohim. We have nothing in common with you. Our culture is different from your own. Know it now. Our dressing is so different. We are different people. Let my people go. Go, go, go. We are the children of Biafra. We are unstoppable. We are the children of Biafra. We are untiable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home by the name of Chukwu Iyke. Whether the enemy's like it or not, we are going home by the name of Chukwu. By the name of Chukwu Iyke. Oh, we are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not, whether the enemy's like it or not, freedom. We are going freedom in the name of Chukwu. By the name of Chukwu Iyke. We are free. We are free in the name of Chukwu. We are going. If you believe, say this with me. By the name of Chukwu Kasiyaniye. When we have no bomb, you call us terrorists.
The man that is there to do
when we have,
whether you don't like it or not, well, unfortunately, there's nothing anybody can do to stop us. We know what we want. We know who we are following, and we're following him to grace. And people are complaining, why did we have to open a new radio station? It doesn't matter. You can open 1 million times. 1 million radio stations don't mean nothing. It does not mean what? Anything. What it means is, listen to them if you want to. The radio will kill itself. The radio will advertise itself. When you don't make any sense, some people will start seeing the stupidity in what you're doing, and they will not even listen to you. I have a call on the principal officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mazi. This is Rabbi Charles. I'm calling from my location.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity to greet Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. I salute you. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, I salute you. Good afternoon from here. I just want to add to what people are saying, especially the Reverend sister who just spoke to you just now, or spoke to us just now. Before I go on to talk about our leader, there is something that I really picked up from our leader. Ever since I got to get to this level, some of my challenges, I am beginning to overcome them because of our leader. His appearance gave me this courage to do the things that I've been doing, and I want to take that particular place from the Holy Book, the book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 8. The word of God reads this way. It said, but the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and warmongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. It is very fearful thing to read this. There are some scriptures I personally get scared when I read them. In this book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 8, it stated so many things. And if I look into the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, these are the things that this man hates so much. And one thing I picked about Mazi Nnamdi, I have never been a fearful person. And once I saw somebody that behaves like me or have similarity, I kind of get glued to the person. there are some certain areas I used to get scared of, like talking about the injustice they did to Biafran, talking about the killing, the name Biafra. No one could even mention that name. Why can't the name all along? The reason is because of fear. And the reason also not only fear but unbelieving. We don't even believe that it's achievable. So when you see somebody all of a sudden saying that he doesn't believe this thing is achievable, who used to mount the radio platform and who used to talk, you can see whether he was talking from his heart or he was talking as a result of the money. You understand? Our leaders gave us fearlessness. Bible recorded it. It said, the fearful, the abominable, the warmongers, unbelieving, idolaters, and he said, and all liars in the earth will never experience the kingdom of God. They will even die the second death after this particular death. That when the spirit leaves the body and the person becomes the body becomes lifeless. That is not the death. That is the body, the spirit returning back to the Almighty. And when the second death is when the Almighty now will pass judgment on that soul, where to go. That is the real death, because that one the person is not coming out. But this particular one is likely we're going to come out, as the scripture says. So our leader gave us fearlessness. And let me use this opportunity, because people are getting fearless now. I want to congratulate. I love music so much. I said it before I continue. There is a music you played one day for your daughter. I didn't know it was you that made that song. That song, my most senior brother used to play that song. So I was small listening to this song till even late 80s. The one that you played, I think last week. You remember?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you played that song. It's about a little girl. I will never hurt your feelings. I will never make you cry. Remember, I never knew it was you that made that music, and it is a privilege to be speaking to you as a popular, because that thing went viral. I think you made a lot of money. It went platinum because it was all over.
Yes.
It was played in this late 80s when I became a human being. I could be able to identify things. So I remember my senior brother playing that music. I will never hurt your feelings. I will never make you cry. I will never do this. Just like I remember that music, and it was playing all over. Any party you go, if that music is not played, it's no party. I know that song. Now I want to use this opportunity to extend the same thanks and gratitude, because people are getting fearless now because of our leaders. They are coming out. This power and the anointing from our leader is affecting everybody. And I thank our brother. I'm not used to do this, but don't get me wrong. I have been saying I'm an advocate of all the musicians coming out to make songs, to make music about our struggle, about our agitation, and the only his name is approved in heaven and on earth in this struggle is Mazi Nnamdi. He is the one, and our brother Flavor he got it. So I can anyway suggest that most of our platforms should be playing this song, should be playing it, and all people that listen to go and support him and listen to his interview when he was interviewed on BBC Igbo. It is good for you to come out and support your people. Don't be ashamed of your language. Don't be ashamed of what you are producing. He said, if you look at my leg, I'm wearing Abba shoes. If you look at my body, I'm wearing made in Abba clothing design. What about the food in Abakaliki? We have all these things. I am even recognizing our brothers that produce these vehicles. I have been in contact with them. I said to them, you are doing all this fantastic work, but I have a problem with you guys. Anytime the zoo call for donation, you guys will run here and begin to donate, thinking you will get contract. But by the end of the day, they will rob you guys on the ground. They will bypass you and go and import vehicle from Japan, from South Korea. from Germany, and they will bring it back. While you are making your own. Biafra will recognize you when Biafra comes. So what is $1 million, $2 million, $5 million to give it from backyard? You know how to meditate. Support the struggle with your fund. And when that thing happens, we will definitely recognize, Biafrans will recognize you. And your name will be, written with platinum, with gold, that you participated in this. And that your produce, Biafra will use it as a symbol. So whenever you are coming to Biafra, any Biafran embassy you go around the world, you are there, your products are there, your songs are being played, everything you produce is there. People can reach you anywhere. You see the vision. I saw the vision of Biafra, that's why I'm speaking very loud and clear. A lot of people think that this thing will not be achieved. Our leader, Mazi will not make it. This man gave us fearlessness. Because of this power, because of this anointing, we can speak to any nation and they will listen. We can speak to head of state, they will listen. Then we can speak to any parliamentarian, they will listen. Because the power that is behind us is greater than theirs. So we don't have to be afraid. I learned fearlessness. I got fearlessness anointing from our leader. That is why I am very vocal anywhere I go. Anyone that knows me knows that I speak about Biafra anywhere I go, fearlessly in this particular continent where I am. I'm speaking about Biafra, and I want to use the opportunity to thank our brother once again, Flavor. I have a track that I love so much in all your music. People will get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. That music, that track says, Nigerians for killing us, we will show them something else. That is how I see it. Not only in bed, but if you do me well, I go do you well. If you do me bad, I go do you bad. Mazi Flavor Ndewo and Mazi Ndewo. Thank you for here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Shalom. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls here at 646-920-4541, 570-352-8442, plus 19294069953. Like concurring what my brother just said about Flavor, we need to advertise his music. This song is very beautiful. It's not a song that we just threw outside. Like I said before, I'm going to try to get the original copy for myself, airing it on radio also. I'm not going to have a lifted copy. No, I don't need that. For this program in my platform here, I'm going to play the original, because this one, even though it sounds good, it's quite a good song, but it's not very clean as much as I could have loved it to be. But the message is very, very clear, and it's very, very, very well made. I trust Flavor. He's very good, very talented young man. I have never been privileged to talk to him one-on-one, but I know that before he became what he is, I went to a show where he was. He's actually multi-talented. He plays the keyboard, plays drums, plays the guitar very well. Then I was relating to his boss. Boss was my friend, my colleague, this man that taught me how to play guitar. So that's the little thing we had in common. And I went to their show. They were having a show in Port Harcourt, in Shell BP or something. I was there. I was invited to that occasion. And I saw him and I looked at him and I said, this guy is going somewhere. And eventually, he went somewhere, because you can always know them when you see them, when you see the talented ones. He did something very good, and I'm very proud of it. The our kids are not doing badly at all. Biafra got talent. Those people are just in my days, I didn't have the privilege that they had, the privilege of the media, but at least we struggle in our own way to, bring out a few songs up there that people will buy and give us some money. Like what I said, I've seen the light. The song that I played this morning was one of the songs that I did in those days. I didn't know I was going to meet Nnamdi Kanu, who is the light himself, because the light's at the end of the tunnel. He is leading us well. He is the flashlight that we're following. We'll follow it to the end, and at the end we'll see what we want. We want Biafra. So it does not really matter. Some people might not want jealousy out of jealousy. We can't all be the same. We can't. We are made differently, and hands over each person what you have to do. I don't have to stop you. I don't think it will help me in any way to help my career by trying to stop you. No. What I do is carve out my own niche and follow it diligently. Follow it to the end. And allow you to do what you're doing. In the end, like I said, the journey is the same. We are running around looking for Biafra, and that's all we want. Caller on Principal Officer's line. Are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on Principal Officer's line. There's nobody there. All right. Sorry, that line went off. Let me take another one. Caller on Signal. Are you there? Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good day, my veteran. I remember Wajamis Kantoke from Warsaw, Poland. Yes. And we appreciate our leader. Like everything I PNC today, we are talking about our leader. Okay?
Yes, go ahead, sir. make it very brief because time I
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, my brother. Mazi, very briefly, Nnamdi Kanu is Omemene Zoo. And they have seen it, and he said it. This zoo, he will destroy the Haggard in the Omegini, and that is exactly what is happening now. And our own is to support him, 100% support, until he destroys, we get our Biafra. Secondly, our beloved brother, Flavor, Mazi, he got the message, like Rabbi Tar rightly said. He got the message. And all his brothers, Iyke said everything I wanted to say here. Because during the answers, they came up both to Zupi, both to Yol, Edozie, Flavor, all of them, zero, they did wonderful. Now we equally encourage all of them to stay Gidigba. We are solidly behind all of them. Let them declare, like Flavor done it wholeheartedly. Mazi, I leave it here because I know you don't have time. I remember what I missed. There was a phone.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. Let me see, I have somebody here on WhatsApp. Let's take that one, please. He has to be very, very brief. Whoever is talking now, just 2 minutes, and we'll go on. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. WhatsApp.
Yeah, Mazi Peter. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. I will make it short, my brother. I just want to appreciate you once again. Thank you for being on air, and thank you for everything you have been doing for Biafra. Thank you for remaining strong, my brother. You are unshakable, brother. God bless you, sir. Mokike, continue to be your strength. And Mazi, allow me to appreciate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the one and the only, the man who stands strong. No matter whatever happens, he remains strong. My leader, I will promise you one thing. Our quest to restore Biafra, our support in this quest, my brother, is unshakable. I say, may your days be long on this earth. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Long live IPOB. Long live United States of Biafra. Mazi, my name is Mazi Majabuchi. I hear from Okigwe Province, Biafra. Mazi, before I say anything this hour or this minute, let me appreciate our sister, Nenyanya, the financial head of Biafra Financial Department. I appreciate her so much for yesterday coming on air to clear the air. My sister remains strong. We are getting there. Mazi, what made me to call is to talk a little bit about what pushed this man called Ucheme for doing what he did. You know, one pastor, I think, what is his name, TB Joshua, he prophesies about this. And my question is this: is it mean that the prophecy that TB Joshua prophesies have come to fulfill? If the prophecy that TB Joshua prophesies have come to fulfill, then we're getting there. We're in the right track, not shakeable. But if not, that the prophecy is not come to fulfill, and Mazi Uchemefo did what he did, let me ask Uchemefo, what do you intend to achieve? Because this is the question you normally ask people who open radio, who talk against what we are doing. You ask them what they intend to achieve. What are they saying? Why are you against what we are doing? Today, you have turned your back to be against what we are doing. Remember, you are the person who said we have gone so far. Going back is a suicide. This is your word. He said if we go back for this struggle, it's suicide. We'll continue because we have got almost 90%. You say it remains 10%. And this 10% will be hard to get. This 10% we must get it. And today, you turn everything upside and down. Upon our brothers and our sisters, the panel that focus to tell you to stop what you want to do, by coming on social media, announcing what is going on between you and our leader. I ask you, have you solved that problem today in social media? Have you solved this problem on social media today? I'm asking you, Mazi Uchemefo. Remember, in the mother, What what you have used to measure to people, that's the same thing they will use to measure to you. Remember, this is for all your world. When you are anchoring Radio Biafra today, you are choose to follow another way. There's nothing nothing wrong about that. Continue doing what you are doing. But let me tell you one thing. Others have choose this road they have chosen. You remember Irania, you remember Onyonyo, you remember many of them. They open their own radio. Radio International. They open it. What brings them down? Let me tell you what brings them down if you don't know. What brings them down is because they leave what they have to say and they're saying against Nnamdi Kanu. That's what brings them down. And you know the people that are sponsoring them, these heavyweight people are sponsoring that Radio Biafra International. Which one of them is Ojo Zakaro, which you know about it. Today, where are they? They are not fed. They are fed up today. They are not broadcasting anymore because what God ordained will remain so. It may look hard. May look hard, but we are getting there. Our leader said it. He said it may look hard. It may look unconvoluted, but at the end, we'll get Biafra. That's where we are today. Now, before I drop Mazi Peter, let me talk a little bit about this, my brother, Obido Obienu. What is Obido Obienu what is he saying? What is he talking about? This is a man who tells us that today the man is talking another thing differently. And I remember when he normally calls Uchemefo, when Uchemefo is calling Radio Biafra, he said one thing. He said, meaning that when he was calling Uchemefo, when Uchemefo is calling Radio Biafra, it's not a good time with Uchemefo. Now he have understand Uchemefo. Now Uchemefo Abogoya. That's why anywhere Uchemefo go, that's the place he is going to go. I don't know how this man is behaving like a childish. I'm sorry to say this. He's matured enough. He's supposed to be my father. But see the way he's behaving. Because Uchemefo took a road. Now we follow him took a road. See, Uchemefo may took a road because he's a deputy leader. You join this struggle. Uchemefo and Nnamdi Kanu they know how they put this thing together. You are not in their own category. They are different category. But Uchemefo, one thing is this. One guy have said it here on Radio Biafra. I think I forgot yesterday. He said, Uchemefo, you are going nowhere. I support that thing that my brother said. You are going nowhere because you are the people within Nnamdi Kanu have formed IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. You are not going nowhere. Others will come as Mazi Peter normally say. But you and Nnamdi Kanu, you are not going nowhere. You must. If you will see what past Gary. Mazi, thank you for having me. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I understand that. Like I said before, me alone waka come. Na me alone go waka come out. Other when they thought they can't go anywhere because they started the whole thing. Caller, good morning. Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on straight line.
Good morning, Mazi Iyke Peters.
Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you very much. This is your sister, Dr. Tina.
Oh.
I am calling just to make sure that I especially encourage you.
Yes.
Because I think I left you a message yesterday. I couldn't get on the line.
Okay.
I want to tell you that you are wonderful. Your voice is needed, and I want you to remain relentlessly consistent like you have been.
Yes.
Thank you very much for being there because Biafrans need to hear your voice every morning.
Yes.
I know I miss it when I don't hear it. And I know that we want to encourage our leader this morning, and I want to add my voice to say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you remain consistent like you've always been.
Yes.
You remain resolute like you've always been. You are relentless, and we count on it. Because we count on it, that's why we are what we are. We are who we are. We are Biafrans, and we must get Biafra because this is our time. So thank you, my brother. I just wanted to say, I want to encourage you personally.
Thank you.
To please be there and be there for us because we need.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, my sister Ndeo. Thank you so much. God bless. I will always be here. Like I said, I am unshakable. I'm not going anywhere. Even though I say that me alone waka come, but that doesn't mean I have to follow anybody. I follow my soul. Whatever I think is right is what I do. Nobody talked me into IPOB. Believe me, sincerely, nobody did. My brother, my junior brother, actually introduced me to Radio Biafra, and I made my choice. And I didn't even just jump in. I listened to Radio Biafra over and over and over and over. And Before himself was the one that was always, deputizing with our leader. Our leader was talking. The day they arrested him, I didn't know. I never heard his voice. So I complained. Called my brother. Said, what happened? This man is not talking. First of all, it wasn't easy to get me to listen to him anyway. The first day I listened, I said, that was my thought. But that motopark voice held me. So any day I didn't hear him until when he got arrested, I said, now somebody's listening, because if they can put him in prison, it means he's touching somebody. Somebody's feeling. Otherwise, they will just wave it to the back of the hand and say, but eventually he got locked up. So that's how I became IPOB. There's no way any living person can stop me. I don't know about you, but me, I'm talking about me. I'm not even thinking about it because it's inconsiderate. I mean, come on. We are old people and we should behave like one. I mean, I'm not Mazi and up and down, but it doesn't work that way. That's not it. So what I'm saying is, in a nutshell, is our leader is my leader. It's going to be my leader till the end of this journey. There's no going back. Any day you don't hear from me on air, don't take it, because a lot of people are already worried. Oh, what is going on? Oh, no. There's something. I'm pursuing something. If you don't hear from me, I am all right. I am very, very all right. I love the fact that people get worried when I'm not there, but believe me sincerely, my other colleagues will always tell you, because I always tell them when I'm not going to be here, I say, listen, you know what, I have something I have to pursue. I'm not going to be on air today. So that gives them the chance to eventually, narrate it to you that there's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly all right. All right, I have a call coming in on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Please make it very brief. Your time is almost up.
Yes, my brother, I Peters. My name is Onyemo Wazuna Nozia Bache. I'm from Olo Province. I'm a coordinator of IPOB in the state of Florida. Thank you very much for picking up my call. I say I have to greet my leader, Onyendu Ahamadike. May Chukwudike Abiyama keep on blessing you wherever you are. We are behind you 100%. My eyes have seen the island of Ipob, the road from Enugu to Lagos is closed. My eyes have seen Onyendu heading up north, with the thousands of Biafran soldiers after Abuja is completely destroyed. My brother, why I called this morning is because I have to, as a prophet of God, I have to tell my people, Biafrans, what God revealed to me last night. I was in the revelation. The whole of Biafra land was blue. My brothers and sisters, I Peters, pure blue color. The atmosphere, the whole place was blue. You don't see anybody, nobody was outside. Everybody was inside. The only people you can see inside, we are on the porch, waiting for something as if there's a news, a big news coming up. Everybody was waiting to hear the news. So we are excited. And so we are saying, what kind of news is coming? And all of a sudden, Biafra restoration was declared. I'm telling you, my brother Peterson, everybody was jumping and the shouting and the jubilation everywhere in Biafra land. Everybody was rejoicing. This is what I have to tell my people this morning. Rejoice, Biafra is here. Rejoice, do not shake. We are not going anywhere. Chukwokike Adiyama has given us Biafra in the spiritual realm. I don't know which day Biafra is going to be restored, whether it's today or tomorrow. But in the spiritual realm, we are already in the kingdom of God giving to us, the kingdom of God. Support Nnamdi Kanu. Do what you are supposed to do. If you are a leader, if you are a follower, do what you are supposed to do. Biafra is already here. Everybody in Biafra land is jubilating. Today the Biafra land is blue. 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 That's what I saw. Blue. Everybody rejoicing. In the spiritual realm, Everybody rejoicing today in Biafra land. That's what I saw, my brother. And that's what I want to share. All hail Biafra. Shalom, my
Biafra.
people.
Thank you very much. All right. Our time is up. Now I think I have to shut down all the phone lines. I'm not going to take any more calls for today. Tomorrow is another day. Don't forget Mazi Alozie, USA 1. It's up there to answer your questions. My own take is this. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, undisputable leader. Nobody is going to challenge that. Absolutely not with me. Maybe you have a thought, something else you want to think about. That's your problem. I want you to have one thing in mind, and I keep saying that one thing. Na me alone waka come, and na me alone go waka go. I'm not following anybody. Our brother Obi Diebien used to say, if I pronounce you no me, but right now I don't know whether he has changed that phrase. So I am going to speak on his behalf. If I see you no me, that's why I still stand. Even if he has changed it, I don't know. Believe me, he has not. I'm not saying he has changed it, but let me think the other way, that if I'm gonna ask you, he hasn't said that too. Don't quote me. Don't say I said. But if I'm gonna go on his behalf, I'm telling you guys, Biafra, if I'm gonna ask you no because we are in. Everybody is joining the train. There's nobody that can say that anything we do. This is our brother forever.
We are the children of Biafra. We are unstoppable. We are the children of Biafra. We are undeniable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home. They took our brothers and sisters, they put them in jail. Without trial or court case, they are killing our fathers, our mothers every day. They are killing us in number. They want to stop our freedom, but the Elohim say no, that my people must go. Give us our freedom. Give us our freedom. Raise up the people that cheated for their freedom. When you're not doing them any good, give us our freedom. And you say we are asking for too much. The freedom of our people, the life of innocent souls. Over 3 million people you kill because of genocide you're committing every day in our land. Elohim said we must go home. We love our mother's land, Biafra, the land of rising sun, the blessed land of our Biafra. We are going home. Whether the enemy's blessings or not, we are going home. By the name of Chukwu, we are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not, freedom, we are going. Freedom in the name of Chukwu. By the name of Chukwu, we are free. No enemy can stop what Chukwu Iyke has ordained. We are going. We believe in the name of Chukwu Iyke. Chukwu no one can battle with Chukwu Ikabiama. The God of Biafra is powerful. His name is Elohim. We have nothing in common with you. Our culture is different from your own. Know it now. Our dressing is so different. We are different people. Let my people go. Go, go, go. We are the children of Biafra. We are unstoppable. We are the children untiable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home by the name of Chukwudi Kabiama.
Whether the enemies like it or not, we are going home
by the name of Chukwudi.
Oh, we are free.
Whether the enemy likes it or not, freedom,
we are going
freedom in the name of Chukwudi.
By the name of Chukwudi, we are free.
We are free in the name of Chukwudi.
We are going.
If you believe, say this with me.
By the name of Chukwudi,
when we have no bomb, you call us terrorists. When we have no gun, you are shooting us. When we move around the streets with our flag, you call us terrorists. Tell me now, let me know. Innocent protesters moving around the streets, you call them terrorists. What about us raping our mothers, killing our brothers, raping our sisters, killing our fathers, killing innocent souls? What will you call those people? I ask you. Your people are walking free in the street with their fathers, killing our fathers and mothers, taking their lives away from us, claiming the ownership of another man's land. Is that right? What do you do? You did nothing. We are fighting for our rights. We are fighting for our freedom. It's our right to protect our mother's land. Fellow Biafrans, lift your heads up. We are going home. We are going home. Land of Biafra. We are the rising of the sun. We are moving. We are unstoppable. Long live Biafrans. Long live Mazi Nnamdi. Long live Ipob. Long live Simon Eko. My name is Osita Molobu. God bless our people. God will grant us our request. Very soon we shall be free. By the name of Chukwudi Kabiama.